once powerful nation. Some think he is a myth. Some believe he is the chosen one, who will bring balance to a world at war. And some will stop at nothing to destroy him.
Hello. Welcome, everybody, to Morris Talk Live 100. I'm your host, Tarhaka Amana El Bay. And this evening, we are dealing with master marketing and the high-powered use of the Internet. And we want to deal with the following questions. Where is your horse, and how fast is it? Are you driving on the highway in traffic, or are you the super highway that is driving the traffic itself? We're going to define all that for you. What is the great connection? Why do people buy from you? What is the great numbers game? What does your credibility have to do with this? What is my biggest product? What kind of computer should I use? What about the social site? Is the magic formula in your ad? Okay, now, keep in mind that if you got some questions that you need to ask, you can go ahead and open up the lines will be open for you, and you can ask your question, and I will do my best to answer this stuff for you so you have a clear and concise understanding of what we're talking about. Because we're talking about the Internet, the superhighway, the latest frontier that we're dealing with today. And there are a lot of people who are attempting to do things on the Internet. They've been told a lot of things. They have tried a lot of things. They have watched a lot of people. And we want to know, why is it not working for me? What is the basic mechanics of how I can do what I need to do in order to accomplish what I want to accomplish. Internet that have some of the greatest products that money can buy. We have authors that got some of the best books ever written, but we can't get it together. How does this thing work, man? What do I do to make this work for me? All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the motor to put inside the car so you can crank it up and drive it. All right? We're going to start with this thing step by step. First of all, and then I want to do this from a common sense perspective because I try to keep things down so the person who don't have a college degree, don't have a master's degree, can understand what I'm talking about, so they can get it right too. Okay, first of all, let's look at where we are right now. And I'm going to say, why would I buy tennis shoes that says Air Jordan because of Michael Jordan? Why would I do that? Michael Jordan is a specialist, a fabric specialist, a scientist, and How could he possibly make something that I need to invest my money in to put on my feet that's supposed to be good? Well, he can't and he don't, because what he does is he endorses Air Jordans, and we buy Air Jordans because he say that's what we need to have. He has set the trend of what we need to have on our feet in order to be associated with or connected to him, because he has already proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that he the bomb. You saw me doing this, that, and the other. Now, keep in mind now, these tennis shoes ain't got nothing to do with what he done. Because if we use common sense, we know that when Michael Jordan first came out, there was no such thing as Nikes. No such thing as Air Jordan. None of that. That didn't come out until he had done what he had to do, became famous, developed his own credibility, and everybody saw him perform and did what he had to do, and they bought his shoes based on the fact that he said it was good. We didn't care nothing about the comfort. We didn't care nothing about the protection of our feet. We didn't care nothing about none of that. All we cared about was the fact that Michael Jordan said that's what we need to have. Personal credibility. People buy things from you based on the fact of who you are. If you said it, if you did it, and you said it, whether it works or not, I believe in you, so therefore I'm going to get it just because of you. This is how it works. Now, after you really think about this thing and you really break it down, you would say, well, wait a minute. Now, these Puma tennis shoes that I got over here, and I done had in my closet for the past 3 years, these shoes right here are the most comfortable. They have served me most rigorously. I'm able to do everything in it. They're the most, they're the bomb. But these Air Jordans that I have over here, I'm gonna put the Puma second, and I'm gonna get the Air Jordan. This is the primary what I'm gonna put on my feet. This is amazing how this works. But these Pumas, somebody say you throw the Pumas away, because Pumas are out of style. And then you go out and take what serves you best away. Air Jordans, you put them on your feet, and then next year, Michael Jordan say Air Jordans 2 is out. Well, I can't wear Air Jordans 1 no more, because the news out there, people could tell the difference between our feet ain't had nothing to do with this. This is totally on the credibility of someone else based on what they said I ought to have. Isn't that amazing? That is totally remarkable. But this is how this machine works. So we got that part straight. So now we know that part. But let's deal with how do we take this and use it to benefit us in this particular market on the internet. How do we deal with that? I'm going to start early and give you the secret early. We'll give you the secret early. I hope you got your paper and pencil. Put your pencil in if you're right-handed, go ahead and put your pencil in your right hand. If you're left-handed, go ahead and put it in your left hand and get ready to write. Okay, here we go. In the mind of everybody that you deal with, that you want them to do. In the mind of everybody on the planet that you want to sell something to. The rules are you have to answer the following questions that are located in their mind. Number one, in their brain, it says, what can I profit? Now, you got to answer that. Where can I profit? Which is the second one. When can I profit? Why can I profit? Who said I can profit? Now, what can I profit? When can I profit? Why can I profit? Who's, what, when, where's, and why's? What can I profit? Where can I profit? Why can I profit? When can I profit? Now, we want to answer these questions through benefits to be gained or losses to be avoided. You got to write that down. You got to answer for them. Now, listen, I'm not saying question. I'm saying answer. You got to provide the answer. If you're writing an article, if you're writing an ad, these ingredients, the secret ingredients are going to have to be in there. What can I profit? Where can I profit? When can I profit? Why can I profit? And who says I can profit? We're going to answer these 5 questions through benefits to be gained or losses to be avoided. I think I said it long enough now for you to get it down. If I'm going to write an article and I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying and I need you to buy what I'm selling, I got to have this formula indented in that. I'm going to have to take my time to write this ad based on the secret ingredient that's in there, and you will discover that when you do this, you have an unbeatable ad. Wherever you put it at, everybody say, "Well, man, I can. This is great. I can use this. I can." They don't know why. They don't know why. All they know is that they are doing it. They're reading it. It makes sense to them, and I'm going to do something about it. Okay? This is the secret formula. Now, I had to put this out at the top of the broadcast because I am cognizant of the fact that after this show is over, people will go back later on and they will re-listen to the broadcast. I don't want to put it at the end of the broadcast and have them listening to a whole lot of stuff that they don't need immediately. So I'm trying to arrange this priority properly. This is the secret formula behind whatever it is that you're writing when you're trying to get somebody to do what you want them to do. You can do this on a billboard. You can do this on a social site. You can do this in an article you decide to write. If you have a website and you have information on that website, this information has to be present. This strategy can move what you want to move. You see, everybody have 5 senses. We have sight, we have hearing, we have smell, we have taste, and we have touch. Now, this is what governs us. And so, therefore, when we are able to appeal to the majority of these 5 senses, then we are successful. For instance, you are, and I'm going to show you how this thing works. We are on the highway. We're going there, and I'm down here in Jacksonville. I'm going to come to California. I'm a 10 west. But I noticed as I'm traveling 10 West, there are all these billboards on the side of the road. There's these little signs. Everybody got signs posted. Some are a little small and stuff, but then we had these billboards, and we might be 100 miles out on a 300-mile destination, but we see a sign to say eat McDonald's, and then we go another 75 miles. We see that sign again, eat McDonald's. And then we go a little further and say, eat McDonald's. And they got a whole lot of other information on the board, but the main thrust is the big giant hamburger and the big giant words that say McDonald's. Well, what's happening is the brain is taking a series of photographs of what we're seeing and is filing inside the brain. So when we drive all these miles and we get to the next exit, we see another sign that say McDonald's. Next exit, 1.5 miles, 2.5 miles, 3.5 miles. And then we see another sign say, McDonald's, turn right. Now, McDonald's been working on you for a while. The brain been filing that information because it doesn't take but a brief second before you look at that sign, and the eyes, whether you're looking at it directly or not, is the lens for the camera, which is the brain, that have taken a photograph of that sign and filed it away into your brain. After enough of this, you say you're hungry. Well, pull over. Let's go here. Let's go to McDonald's. So you pull off the highway, you go to McDonald's, and then you get down up in there. You've been programmed for McDonald's, but then you get down and you might decide, well, I don't want a McDonald's. I want some Burger King now. But Burger King is working the same way McDonald's is, and the Wendy's and all this right here stuff is there. But the basic mechanics of the fact that your eyes are only the lenses, are only the cameras that takes a continuous series of photographs that's filed away by the main frame or the main camera, which is the brain. And this is what happens with everybody that gets up in the morning and get on the internet. And we seeing this stuff on a regular basis. Same thing happens when you're on TV. You're looking at your favorite show, and all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, we go into a commercial. And they're telling us about some stuff that we don't need, we don't care about, we don't think about, but what's happening? The brain is recording it. It's not only recording it for you, it's recording it for your neighbor, their neighbor, the next neighbor, whatever. And who knows, you might not even care anything about it, but then, somebody say something about it 2 doors down or whatever, I got this, so, and they think, eventually you have given them some of your money about something that you didn't care anything about and that you have exposed your brain to. So common sense tells me that why don't I control what I allow caught by the brain, and why don't I get in the catbird seat and start doing something about some of this situation? Because if I'm being exposed to this right here, and somebody have figured this thing out, and they got all of these attacks against my brain to cause me to do something that they want me to do, opposed to something that I want to do, I need to be in control of the situation. So, therefore, and thus, we're going to have to become conscious of what we allow in and what we allow out. Okay, so that's the part about the brain. Now, we understand how the mechanics work in advertisement and everything else. So, and this goes on across the internet, TV, radio, I don't care where you at. As soon as you walk outside your door, you are being exposed to this type of thing. You decide, well, look, I'm just going to walk up to the store. In between point A and point B, where you going, you're going to run into it. We're not going to California. We're going to Michigan. Good luck. It's waiting on you. So that exists. So what we're going to do now is we want to turn this thing around and look at how we can use this thing that's benefiting other people and making millions of dollars for other people. What is the basic motorist operandi? How does this machine work, and what do I do about it? Okay, let's deal with it from this perspective. Are you driving on the highway in traffic, or are you the superhighway that is driving the traffic itself? Where is your horse and how fast is it? When you look at the fact that you're going to take control of your circumstances, and you're going to deal with marketing, and you're going to get on the superhighway, which is the internet, you're going to have to realize that in order for you to be effective, is you're going to have to create something, create a destination that you're going to have to corral into or drive the traffic to. There are a lot of people who are on the highway driving. They're traveling, they cars full of them. But they're all on this highway. Okay, well, who owns the highway that they're driving on? Somebody does. So when you look at it from that perspective, then we know we got to go to work creating something that we can control and that we can master and that we can use on a regular basis to do something with. So we'll start with your website. You want a website that can accommodate everything that you need to do. The top two websites that you can have is, number one, and I hope you're writing this down. Start writing. A splash page. That's number one. SPLASH, splash page. Number two, a lead capture page. These are the top two across the board. We got a whole lot of websites that you can go to. You click on some of them, they got pictures moving, they got things that are moving, they got stuff blinking off and on, they got words changing color and all this right here. And you but what happens is when you go there, there's so much excitement that you can't accomplish anything. You don't buy anything because there's too many blinking lights. You can it's too confusing. And you have to keep in mind that the people who are the designers of the websites, they are designing this website for you to pay them based on the information they're telling you that you need to buy. But who stands to benefit? They do. People are interested in you to the extent of what you can do to help them, overlooking the fact that you're interested in them to the extent of what they can do to help you. Cold-blooded attitude. Now, I'm going to do this in slow motion. People are interested in you only to the extent of what you can do to help them, totally overlooking the fact that you are interested in them only to the extent of what they can do to help you. Now we got to get that down. People are interested in you to the extent of what you can do to help them only, totally overlooking the fact that you are interested in them to the extent of what they can do to help you. That's cold-blooded. I know it is. I know. But that's the way it is. Okay, so when you go get someone to design a website for you, you have to keep in mind that these people are employees. So what we need to do on high frequency radio, and the reason I say that because we are in the pros. You come to high frequency radio, you're now officially in the pros. What we're going to do is we're going to invest in marketing. We're going to invest in website building. We're going to invest in how to do it ourselves so we can do it right. Because we got the bottom line. The two major websites on the planet is the lead capture page, number 2, and the splash page, number 1. That's it. That's the bottom line. You can listen to somebody else, and they can tell you, but anyway, for right now, that's what's hot. That's what's working, and it's making millions of dollars for people. Splash page. When you go to a splash page, you got big, bold, red letters that's exciting, captivating, which means that you're going to read just that paragraph right there. That's all we need you to do. Now, inside that paragraph, those who are wise will have what? The magic formula. What you can profit. When you can profit. Why you can profit. Where you can profit. Who says you can profit? Benefits be gained, losses be avoided. Once you put that together, it's over. It is officially over. We don't have nothing blinking. Ain't nothing to the right. Ain't nothing in your way. We just got your straight attention. You looking dead at it. We got you right there, point blank. We can go down and we can put a video there. We can put some other stuff down at the bottom, spread it out, make it palatable and all that right there. We don't want a whole lot, but we don't want nothing to distract you. That's your splash page. Now, there's a third page, and that's the page that I use, and that's something that I created. It's called a splash/lead capture page. I designed that for me. That wasn't even there. I ain't see that nowhere. I created that, and that's what I use to help my people. We got the splash. We right off the top. As soon as you go over there, you're going to see a sister. She got a house behind her. She's a beautiful sister, in my opinion. And under that, we got the red writing. We answer the question down there. We're telling you exactly what we're doing and how you can benefit, how you can profit, and what all is right here. Under that, we got me over there to the left. We got access to your links where you can click on. Everything's live. When you click on it, it opens up in a different page, not on the same page. Don't do that. If you put a link somewhere and somebody click on that link, another page needs to open up that they have to go to. You do not want to remove the people from the main page, because that's where all the effects are. Okay, and down below that, you can tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit of background and history, and then we're dealing with you can put another video in there to tell them about what we're going to be using and how we're going to be doing it. And then under that, we got the testimonial. And then we got the rest of the pages up top, and you can add anything else secondary. But the first thing we got to do is we got to make sure that when they go to that page, they can read something that they can agree with to take a second look at the rest of the page. That's all we want. We don't want nothing else. We don't need no whistles. We don't need no red lights churning. We don't need no cartoons bouncing across. We don't need none of that, because everybody with those pages have allowed somebody else to design that for them, and the only people that's benefiting from that is the people that designed it for them. That's all. That's it. Now, I have a second page called newdebtelimination.net. A company designed that for me. I went along with them. I said, okay, y'all put it together and you doing it. Yes, sir, we can do this and we can do that. I was like, okay. I didn't design that page. someone designed that page for me. And that page is, I have the link down to it, newdebtelimination.net. Someone else designed that for me. It's a lead capture page. Every so often, somebody go there. But the people that designed it for me, they said, well, you pay us $100 a month, but that's all. That's cheap. That's all you got to do. But go to newdebtelimination.com and see what you got over there and compare the two pages. And that will show you what I'm talking about. People that called me about designing that page, these were brothers and sisters. I said, okay, you're trying to benefit, so I'm going to patronize you. Y'all go ahead and design that for me. And but when they would call me and say, well, are we doing this right here and that and the other stuff, and then I would make recommendations, and they were like, oh, that's outside the scope of our understanding. I said, you been to college? Yes, sir. I said, well, yeah, my condolences. But anyway, moving right along, we're going to deal with the two pages, because what I just gave you in the past few minutes that we've been on the broadcast is some of the most powerful information that you can ever know. And this is what I had learned from the people that taught me, and it works very, very well for me. And if you can do this here and master this right here, you can get it made. Now, if you will go to newdebtelimination.com and you look on that website, right at the top, you will see a counter. Right up under the top links up top, you'll see a counter. That lets me know how many people have visited my website in a 30-day period of time or a 7-day period of time. I write that down. I'll say what the day is, Friday. I'll write down the number. All right, now I'll do a series of broadcasts, my thing on the internet and all that there, and I'll come back at the end of the week and I'll look and see how many people have been there as a result of my work for that week. Because everything on the internet, and make sure you get ready to write, everything on the internet deals with numbers. It is a numbers game. The more numbers you have, the more chances you have at a sale if you're selling something. It's just all numbers. It's just a numbers game. So I have a monitor that tells me how many people have hit that site. The only thing that I have to do is make sure people hit the site. And that brings me to the next phase. The next thing is this. Your own personal credibility. Now, that's a major bomb right there. Your own personal credibility. What is your credibility like? Keep in mind that people didn't buy Nike because they were super fantastic shoe and afforded all the benefits for the feet. They bought the shoe because Michael Jordan said buy the shoe. You understand how this thing works? And the reason I'm telling you this is because this is what you've been experiencing. This is why you've been spending your money. This is what has been happening to you. Okay, if we understand that, and we ain't got to get mad about it, let's turn it around and let's take advantage of it and let's use it to benefit us. Your own personal credibility. People contact me day in and day out. Sometimes they call me so much to it be so late. And I have had them call me 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning here lately, even after I told everybody, don't call me after 7 o'clock. But that's all right. You know, I look over there and I see the out-of-town number. I say, that's got to be a brother or sister. I ain't answering. I'm going to sleep, but I'm going to call them back in the morning. I'm going to call them back. Because they're calling me because there's something that they want to talk to me about, and they thought enough of me to call me. There ain't no reason in the world for me to get mad with them. Man, I can't do that. So I can't call them back tonight because y'all done beat the brakes off me during the daytime, but tomorrow I'm going to call you back. That's all right. That's all right. My people come first, everybody else comes second. But don't now one of y'all start that. Let's move right on. Let's go on. Your personal credibility is very important. And what we have to do is we have to be careful with that. That is just like your wife going to the hospital and delivering a baby, and they have finally say she can come home, and you got the car, she pulls up to the door, and you get out the car, you open the car, and she got the baby in her hand, and you say, well, let me get the baby so you can get out. And she, and this is a major pass, because you're going to take your time with this helmet. This brand new. You ain't finna rush in there and grab nothing. Okay, how many of them you got? You got to take your time. And you're going to get that out of our arm. And and the brother, he's going to try to hold it in one hand and help out the car. And she see you doing that. She says, you ain't got to help me out and get it. You hold that baby. and she get out the car, and y'all come on in the house. And you carry that precious gift on into the house. And but your reputation, you should treat the same way. You should be cognizant of whatever it is that you do. You can build the best and most remarkable website on the planet, but if your reputation ain't no good, and your product ain't no good, or you have the best product in the world and you're not standing behind your product, then we have a problem. Because this is a very, very delicate game that we're playing. So we have to make sure that we're on point all the way across the board. We got to take this seriously. Because you do not get a second chance to make a first impression. So the first impression got to be the most effective and delightful thing that we can handle to make sure that we serve the people. If you have a product, make sure that your product is quality, and make sure that you stand behind your product. Okay? I'm involved in helping people. I don't have a product. We accept donations in return for helping my people. And the reason I designed that is because my people are worldwide. We're in trouble worldwide. I can't sell nothing to nobody. I can't. I have to be in the people helping people business. So, and, sometimes I get on the phone with some of my people, I find out I've been talking to one man for 45 minutes sometimes. I try to watch that because I have so many people, and then usually when I do that, and I do hang up, I go back through that, and I find out I got 9 people on the call. I got to go back, and I got to open up the line and talk to them one by one, get them all done until I'm just totally overwhelmed. But it's all right. Feel like it's worth the investment because these are my people. And, I belong to them and they belong to me. So I'm willing to do it until I can't do it anymore. And then at the end of my days, they can go ahead and lay me down, but they won't be able to lay me down without saying I did something to help. But anyway, your reputation precedes you. Okay, that's very important. So whatever it is, you can have your fast horse, the best internet. You can have your splash page. You can have your splash page / lead capture page and all that. But let's get to the next thing now. The lead capture device, because in this game right here, people are going to give you their money. But what are you giving them in excess of what they're buying? So a lead capture page is only designed to get the people to give you their personal information so that you can give them something in hopes of later on them buying something from you. So I have a dual lead capture page there at newdebtelimination.com. I get a continuous streams of people requesting my free articles. So I answer every last one of them. There are none that I don't answer. I'm going to post the free information in there. I'm going to add the attachment of the free articles that I want them to read. You got your videos in there and all this and stuff, got your freedom of right to travel and all this. This is what I do, okay? And because I understand the importance of the game that I'm attempting to play. And so this information is give out. This is free information. I'm not concerned about them buying anything. They requested free information, so that's what I'm going to give them, free information. So I send it to them. Now, their phone number is there, but I do not call them. Not to say that I won't do that in the future. It depends on how much a hurry we got to be in, but right now I'm not worrying about that. I got them backed up from here to 2011 with their phone number right there where I could have called them, but I didn't do that. Now, every once in a while, one of them have an urgent message in there, because I read every one of them, and I may call them. But on the regular, I don't call anybody. I'll send the free information that they requested. Now, the free information is not only designed for them to read and it's free, but it is also designed for my people to act, to get involved in what we got going, to take advantage of what we got going, to make a necessary change in their life. That's why I send that to them. I want to benefit from the interaction, but I also want you to benefit from what I'm going to give you. I'm not sending you something for you to read and say, this is fantastic, and maybe one day later on down the road I might do something about it. And even if you do adopt that attitude, it's still all right, because sooner or later, you're going to go back and say, well, I need to go back and read that stuff what that man told me about again, because they just gave me a ticket. They don't stop me, gave me a ticket. I got to go back to these emails and re-listen to that audio again. So we don't worry about you. You do today or you do tomorrow. We just want to give it to you free. Okay. So you have given me some of you. At least you thought you did. You went in and you said, well, like I need to get rid of my mortgage. I'm going to give you a donation for the mortgage page. Well, what did you give me? I gave you $350. 350 pieces of what? You gave me 350 pieces of debt. I didn't go to my mailbox and get no gold out of it that you gave me. So all of us in the same boat. We got to learn that part too. But anyway, we're moving right along. And I ain't mad with it. And everybody happy. And we do the best we can. But we're going to get to the next phase. Okay? All right. Let's deal with the next thing. And I want you to get your pencil and paper ready. In order to deal with the internet successfully, you're going to have a computer that works properly. You cannot hope to do anything on your computer if it is not functioning properly. You can't be going nowhere and doing nothing if you got viruses, adware, spyware, malware, and all that right there. So I want you to write this site, NINITE.com. 99.com. www.NINITE.com. Now, when you click that and you go over there to Google, it says download multiple apps all at once. All this is free. And when you go over there, look at the different headings of all the apps you see. There's tons of apps down there, but we only want to be interested in the security app. You can download your AVANS. You can download your malware. You can download your spyware. You can download your adware. All these you can. Once you download them all, you can run these apps one by one and clean up your computer, because what we are dealing with now is where is your horse and how fast is he? That's what we're dealing with right there. We need a fast horse. We want to get to point A and point B real fast, because we've got a lot of work to do. Now, there's no way possible for me to tell you everything in this 3-hour broadcast that we're going to need to know about master marketing and the high-powered use of the internet, but I'm trying to cover all the bases as fast as I can. 98.com. Get your app under security. Clean up your horns, and make sure he's able to sprint and run fast. Okay. All right. Now, at this point, if anybody got any questions, you can go ahead and raise your hand. I'll answer your questions. Let me get some of that out the way, because some of y'all might have missed something. So let's see if you missed something. Time to raise your hand. I can answer your questions. All right. I don't see no hands popping up.
Yeah, no hands yet, Brother Tarhaka. I think you're just giving out great information.
All right. Well, let's keep riding. Let's keep riding then. All right. Let's go to the next phase. Since we done cleaned up the computer, we got the fast horse, we got the ins and outs on what the 2 top websites is on the planet. We know about credibility. We're watching out for Michael Jordan and all that right there. Now, I ain't telling you not to buy the Air Jordans now. I'm just trying to show you how the game goes. But anyway, let's go on to the next most vital thing that we need to be concerned about. We're going to deal with what is the great connection. Now, we're ready to proceed into connect resources and to spread out on the highway, on the super highway that you are owning and driving the traffic and all of that. We're going to start connecting the dots. We're going to get an account on Facebook. We're going to get an account on Twitter. We're going to get an account on Dig. We're going to get an account on Pinterest. We're going to get an account on Google+. We're going to get an account on Google Blog. Now, once you start getting these accounts, IBO Toolbox, WordPress, AdSense, once we start getting these accounts, what we're going to do is we're going to write down our username and password for each one on our list. We are not going to keep anything in our head about what could possibly be the password, and we're not going to use the same password for each one. We're going to change up. We're going to make each one of these accounts separate, and we're going to keep each account, because we're going to use these accounts linked in. You want to get that down there. Now, once you get these accounts, that's a separate operation. We can take a whole day, set it aside to deal with nothing but the great connection. We're going to take our time and put this connection together. We might not be able to do but about 4 or 5 of them a day until we get tired. But once we get them in place, then we are ready to go. We'll take Facebook. Okay. Now, I gotta tell you some things about Facebook. Don't be this now. When you get in Facebook, you got to understand this. This is the number one thing you got to understand about Facebook. Facebook does not belong to you. Facebook belongs to the people that created Facebook. That's the number one thing to understand. If you create a group, you got your own group. You happy with this baby. Everybody coming over to your group. You talking to people, they talking to you. And when somebody puts something over there you don't like, you say, well, this is my group. But no, it ain't. That's Facebook. Get that in your mind. Stop talking about what belongs to you. How you gonna own something in somebody else's house or run something in somebody else's house? That's owned by Facebook. Get that out your mind. You created the group, but it's Facebook. It's on their platform. That's theirs. Don't run nobody out unless they coming in and destroying stuff. And if they're doing that, you can go to them and just say, well, look, kick them out the group. But don't get on that about what you have coming. You have infiltrated our group, and this is ours, and we're talking about dinosaurs, and you're talking about rabbits. You gotta go, and what does that have to do with our group? It ain't your group. Okay, now when you get to Facebook, remember that, and go ahead and keep in mind that your credibility has to shine. If you come on Facebook for the first time and you see everybody, all the people, everybody running around and everything, you're going to come on there with crazy. And because you want to be known for crazy, but then later on you want to start doing something credible and stuff, later on, where then the people say, well, I remember you was started off with crazy. You was known for crazy, but what is you talking about now? Because for as I'm saying, I can't trust you because you was known for crazy. So what we want to do is we want to be cognizant of the fact that it is a platform. Make no doubt about it. It is owned by somebody, and these people ain't playing, and they're making money. So you can use it to benefit you. Your credibility comes first. You can get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 groups on there. But whatever you put there belongs to Facebook. You can use it to benefit you. But when you start policing your brothers and sisters and talk about what information they can put there, what information they can't, you just keep in mind that it's kind of it's like a situation where you're in a prison. The prison door is left open, and the guards going home for the day. But you and your brother fighting over who is the top turd in the doodle house. We got to get away from that. Use the platform to benefit you. Use the platform to benefit your people. But always remember that it doesn't belong to you because you didn't create it. But go ahead and use it if you're on there. Okay? Let's get that part right. All right? Now, so when you get up in there, it's going to take a whole nother broadcast to get down into the details on Facebook alone because it has so many features and there are so many things that you can do with it. I can spend the rest of the broadcast just on that alone. But what we want to keep in mind is we want to take each one of these platforms and we want to maximize our use of. If you're on Twitter, and sometimes I have to take days to work in Facebook. I have to take another day to work in Twitter. I have to take another day to work on Google Plus and Google Blog and all of them right there together. And keep in mind, we ain't got to YouTube. We're just talking about the written word and these platforms because we are dealing with what? We're dealing with a numbers game. This is the numbers game. The more numbers we have, the more success we have. We have to change our thinking. We change how we feel by what we have decided to do because this thing here can be exhausting. You can get to the point where, man, I just can't, I'm just going through the motions, ain't nothing happening. I'm putting this out, I'm putting that, and you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to take a look at what you're doing and make sure you're doing what you're doing right and effective. And when you get everything in position, then you're able to do some things. Now, I see a caller with his hand raised at area code 678. You reckon they got something to say? Nevertheless, we've covered what does your credibility have to do with this. What kind of computer should you have? Let's deal with that. Now, I've found out that a laptop is sufficient. I cannot, when I'm dealing with the type of thing that I do involving marketing and the high-power use of the Internet, I cannot see how a cell phone of any type can benefit me. I have to have a laptop or I have to have a desktop. I can do limited work on the laptop, but when it's time for me to bet down on what I'm doing, I have to go to the desktop, or I could get a laptop with a wider screen and do what I do, because I have done some things on Facebook, and I created what's called a cherry picker over there, and I'll tell you about that later. But I need these computers in order to do what I have to do on these machines. So I would recommend that, and I know y'all feel like y'all have graduated on something else, but I would recommend that you get you a Gateway, a good solid desktop, or either get you a professional that you can design one from scratch with a big enough screen so you can actually get up off in there and go to work. I recommend the Gateway, and I recommend that you a laptop, and you want to get they got these little sticks that you can buy now, where when you travel, you can plug these sticks into your computer and you got instant internet. If you are traveling out of town and you are booking yourself into a hotel, do not go in there and use their internet. When you come there, make sure you got your own internet. When you get ready to use your computer, if you can, get outside the building and plug it up and use it.
Hey, Brother Todd, we got to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the listeners.
All right, brother. Go ahead. Let it rip.
High frequency radio. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up.
Are you watching your diet? Do you have a sweet tooth but don't know where to turn thanks to all of the harmful chemicals found in today's foods? Introducing Finesse Foods, your premier healthy treat company, starring a plethora of tasty treats that are vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, egg-free, and karma-free, because your body's best interest is our top priority. Check out our online storefront at www.finessefoods.net. Type in the promo code NEWMORES to receive a discount on your order. Say no to GMO and say yes to finesse.
Let's use a little common sense for a moment. You want to start a business of your own. You need money to do so. Let's get out of debt first. Get rid of the student loan, mortgage, taxes, and all other contracts that bind you. Then go to www.newdebtelimination.com. Give me a call, Tarhaka, 904-303-9061. Before you make any donations about anything, let's find out where you're at and let's go to work eliminating this debt. Contact me, Tarhaka53@hotmail.com, or call me 904-303-9061 before 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
All right, we're back. Now, let's deal with where we left off at, and that is with your internet and your computer itself, and your horse itself. If you're out of town, get your little stick and plug into your computer, and make sure you got control of your internet. And if you work in your business or whatever, you're going to have to check what's going on. You got your emails, and you're going to need several email addresses. You're going to need the email address, your primary email address, your secondary email address, your third email address. And you're going to have to use these email addresses based on what you feel best protects you and what you're doing. Okay, in my position, I deal with the general public. I deal with people that I communicate with that are actually dealing with what they got from me on the internet. They come in person and stuff. Then I'm dealing with the internet, and then I'm dealing with the phone people, and then I'm dealing with the fact that I have to travel. Now, you know, we might think that, okay, I'm doing all of that, you know, but I ain't so concerned about the internet thing and stuff like that. I just like to talk to the people and stuff that I'll be going on over here. And I got this book, and everybody, you know, I just said something over here on this right here show right here. You know, everybody in America going to buy my book, but I didn't get but 2 orders. So that means that something is wrong with what you're doing. You are investing the time, and you have to understand that your time is money. If you are putting in 8 hours, what is your average of income from 8 hours of work? And more importantly, how many people have benefited from the time that you put in? You have to look at that situation. You cannot look at the fact that, well, I made $250 today. People, I made $250. And stick my chest out and say, I had a good day. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You invested 8 hours. You talked to 18 people. You helped 18 people. And out of the 18 people that you did help, you had 3 that will actually invest in what you're selling. Something is wrong. We have to really, really look at and critique what we are doing. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's take high frequency radio for a minute. Just hypothetically speaking. I am so proud of my brother creating this network. He said, boy, look here. I'm going to create a network. I'm going to get all the pros. We're going to put them all there. We're going to put it out there. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And we're rolling. This train that moved out the station is rolling down the track. We got to critique. One of the most dangerous things, the number one cardinal sin in radio is blank airtime. That's dangerous. That's a no-no. We can't do that. Marketing. What percentage of the world do we have that's participating in what we got going? whether we are doing good or whether we are doing bad, are we monitoring this pulse? Do we have our hands on the heartbeat of this particular pulse? And the reason I'm telling you this is because regardless of whether we have frequency radio or not, or whether you John Doe that's selling perfume or Mary Sue that had these new towels that they want everybody to buy, we have to look at this thing that way. We're going to have to treat what we are doing seriously to the umpteenth degree. A fact is that a man works. A man, question is, a man works for who? A man works for himself. The same type of energy, discipline, and stick-to-itiveness that he's going to put in when he's forced in the position when he got to do, he's going to have to use the same techniques when nobody's forcing him to do what he's doing when he's doing it for himself. My goodness, that's magnificent. When a man can master that, where he got his own discipline, where he decided that what I'm doing is just as important as IBM. It's just as important as the NBA. It's just as important, and I'm going to treat it like it is. I don't care what nobody says. That's what I'm going to do. Ain't nothing left but respect for you. Because, you know, people have a habit of saying, well, where you work at? Oh, I don't work for nobody. I got my own business, man. You know, I have my own business. Okay, well, what kind of business you got? Well, I deal with such. Oh, yeah, I don't have no respect for that. But then you go and tell them, well, I work for JCT. They're with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we did the. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, man, good. Hey, man, I know y'all be. Oh, man, this is fantastic. Well, why can't you generate the same enthusiasm for what I'm doing? Because I said I'm doing it, and it belongs to me. You see, and this is what we run into a lot of times. I don't want to dwell on a whole lot of that, and I want to get back to the Great Connection. So write down on your paper IBO Toolbox. IB Toolbox. Now, IBO Toolbox is another platform, and that is a place where you can, it's very, very easy, it's quick. You can get in, you can get out. You got a whole lot of people that's on there that bouncing around and posting stuff. But you can collect people, and you can post your press releases fairly easy. You get in and you get out. You're working good, because we're gonna get down as a while to the granddaddy of it all. IBO Toolbox. Go over there, sign up, and get to working up off in there. Get to doing your ads, if you got articles and ads, if you doing your blog talk shows or whatever. IBO Toolbox. Examine the site. Take your time. Look at everything that each one of these platforms have to offer, and whatever they have to offer, go ahead and get involved in it and use it, even if you have to set aside or divide your days up into dealing with 2 or 3 of them at a time. Okay? Because we are dealing with marketing, and we are dealing with the increase of numbers and transforming the numbers into dollars. The whole thing operates on a numbers game. The internet operates on a numbers game. Pause right here. and because I just thought I would give my sister a shout out. Sister Sophia Stewart was a guest on my broadcast tonight. I went over there and I've gotten her 2 books, and I need you all to go to her website, matrixterminator.com, matrixterminator.com. Get her books and stuff, and let's support the sister. That's a heavyweight. That's a awesome sister. And I need y'all to participate in that, get that, and check her website out based on the information that we have given you here this evening to see if it match what we got going. And you can go and look at other websites and check it out. And we're going to get down into the recommendations of what people to have the best type websites that you can get and what they have to offer and the features that they have to offer. But we're going to get to that in a minute. But Sister Sophia Stewart, her books and stuff, I recommend that you get them. We just got them, and we will be coming to High Frequency Radio with contents out of these books, okay, in a future broadcast, and also to Morris Talk Live 100. But let's get back down up off into what we're talking about now. Now let's say that we got these platforms now. We got Twitter. We've been posting our articles. We've been posting all the stuff that we feel like is great and fantastic that everybody needs to know. Okay. But we have to understand, and we're just talking about Twitter now. We have to understand that people, once again, will do business with you based on your personal credibility. You could have a product. Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. But they're going to purchase the product based on your personal credibility. So my question to you is, what is the best product that you're selling? What is your biggest product? What is it? You'll discover is the first thing that you are selling is you. So I like to recommend a book to you. Go get a book called How to Sell Yourself by Joe Girard, biggest Cadillac salesman in America, #1 Cadillac salesman in America. He has some real heavy information to drop down. And keep in mind that now, when y'all come to these broadcasts on High Frequency Radio, y'all are in the pros. You are officially getting a college education. Joe Girard, How to Sell Yourself. How to Sell Yourself. People buy from you based on your own personal credibility. Okay? All right, there you the man. You can't imagine how many George Foreman grills that people in America bought. Why did they buy the George Foreman grill? We think because the George Foreman grill was some new innovation. No, they didn't. They brought the George Foreman grill because George Foreman said buy it. Because the man, he done made his bones. He done established his reputation based on what he has done. Okay, he done got in there. He done been the heavyweight champion, and now he lost to my brother Ali. But that's all right. He got in the ring. He did what he got to do, and he did he did what his day, his time. He did what he did. Okay, and then the man came out and said, "Well, I'm going into business. I'm gonna put my name out there, the George Foreman Grill. I'm gonna buy one of them. I admire the brother. The brother got in there with Ali, man. I'm gonna buy the man. I like George Foreman, man. I like George. I'm gonna buy a George Foreman Grill. And it had nothing to do with the fact that whether or not you need a George Foreman Grill. This is amazing. This is one of the most amazing things in the world for us to understand and to know. What we have been dealing with all this time. All these years, they came out with the with the hula hoop. Nobody on the planet asked the question of, do I need a hula hoop? No, and it had nothing to do with what you needed. They made sure the word need didn't appear nowhere unless it was designed to go towards you wanting to buy a hula hoop. And then after the hula hoop craze was over, we could walk down the street and look in the bushes and see remnants of hula hoops. Nobody, we didn't ever ask the question of what happened, where that junk came from. I'd have had plenty pieces of plastic like that. I could have just made that and came out with that, but what is it right here? A piece of plastic in a circle, and you throw it on your hip and swing your hip around. A bunch of junk. Everybody in America buying it. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm just showing you how things work, and so that you can see, if you think back to what has happened to us. What happened? Stuff come out of nowhere, just like the guy say on the comedian. He was in the Cedric the Entertainer. He said in the theater, all of a sudden, he jumped up and started running. Oh my God, hollering, screaming, oh, everybody in the theater running and jump up and running out there with him. A stampede. Everybody get outside and say, what happened? Oh no. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Well, why you running? I don't know. He was running, so I started running. That boy made me laugh so much that I cried laughing at him. He's exactly right. We react to stuff. We don't question. We don't question things. We just start reacting. We don't look at nothing. We just start reacting with. And then you get outside and say, well, what happened? I don't know. Well, why are you running? I seen everybody else running, so I started running. I seen them on the TV with the hula hoop, and I seen the girl down the street with one. I told my mama I needed one. She's shaking her hip. My boyfriend looking at her. Said, I need a hula hoop too. So we had the hula hoop. We had the girls with the hula hoop. They were shaking. Boy, looking. That lasted a long time. We did a whole lot of looking, and it was some wonderful stuff going on with the hula hoop. Right down the brothers' alley. And even the brothers were trying to hula hoop. And they're trying to hula hoop. It's amazing. We never did get it right. The only one who could really do it was the girls. And they had this magical power. They had a rhythm going, and the leg and the foot in it. And we couldn't put our big foot in nothing. We it didn't work for us. It'd slide down and fall on the ground. And then we get tired and say, man, this is just a bunch of junk. I don't know what happened. But you go ahead, show it to me one more time. Let me look at you, baby. But anyway, these are the products that is stuff that we have to look at and how things happen. And if we pay close attention to the things that we see, even when you walk outside and just walking down the street and you see the simplest items on the ground, you see the past things that people have purchased and had used, thrown away the remnants of it. Just when you walk, let's say for instance, I'm just gonna get out the house. I'm gonna walk for 6 blocks. I'm gonna go down there, and I'm going down to the store down here. I'm going down to the park, and pay attention. Look around on the ground, and you will see. You see weeds. You see soda water tops. You see flat Coca-Cola cans. You'll see pieces of pants, dresses, hats. You see all kind of stuff on the ground. These are products and things that people have marketed and sold. Someone has bought, and they are out there in the world on the ground. Now, these are items that somebody have invested their money in. Why did they invest their money? They invested their money in and bought this because this is something that they wanted or that they needed. Now, if you are walking them 6 blocks and you start seeing remnants that's been bought, purchased, spent, and used, then you got it going on, brother. You know you're on the right track then. You got it going on. I know Coca-Cola and Pepsi must be proud. I know the Asians, Koreans, and Japanese must be proud when they can walk across a parking lot and see pieces of weave on the ground. Gotta be, my God. So let's look at the mechanics behind what we're using. Let's take a look at the platforms that are created and available today for you to use. Let's take Blog Talk Radio, the creation of your own network, something that you can create. You can have people on your network that have skills, and this is what my brother Yusuf has done. And we got the high. You hear the word high frequency radio. It's not high frequency radio anymore. It's the high frequency radio network. We're getting the best of the best of the best, and we forging ahead. This is a bullet train leaving out the station, going somewhere. I'm glad to be on that train. I like to be on this train here. But anyway, so when you take the platforms, Google Plus, Twitter, MySpace, YouTube, and we're going to get to that, you want to take your time and make sure that what you are putting there is something that the people like, they find beneficial, they're willing to comment about because they feel like it's beneficial to them. Okay, let's take the fact that we have already got our website in place. We have gotten the best website going. Our website loads fast. We got it set up. It's not complicated. Ain't no bells and whistles going on it. We got our counter on it. It's functional. The people can go there, and we have our online store attached to it. We have a system that makes the customer feel comfortable to know that there is somebody that they can call or somebody that they can talk to, and they're just not taking a chance. They have access to somebody. They're spending their hard-earned fiat. They need to be able to know and feel that if I do this, then I'm going to get results, or at least I'm going to get somebody to try to help me with what I'm investing in, or to answer to what I have spent my money to. So when you get that system going on with your website and stuff, and you got your platforms, this is what you are promoting into the platform. You got the link, domain name. You purchase a little domain name, and you got that. We got I'll use mine for example. NewDebtElimination.com. Okay, so whatever I'm writing or whatever I'm presenting, based on where I see it necessary, I'm going to add that. So a person or individual can just click on that and go over there, and that world will open up for them, and they'll be able to go on there. Who knows? They may go over there and just look around, and they may decide, well, look, I ain't got time right now. I'll come back later, but that's all right. Everything is set. Everything is available, and it's okay with me. So, therefore, when you get everything ready to go, now you are officially ready to do what we'll call driving the traffic. You got your site built. You got all your platforms ready to go, and we're going to do what's called driving traffic. Now, driving traffic is different from driving in traffic or riding in traffic. You are not the people on the road driving in the traffic. You are the highway that traffic is being driven upon. So it is you directing the traffic. For instance, you're riding down the highway, and but this highway is taking you right to your destination. You think you're raising sand, but you notice that the highway starts going up in the air and turn. There's a big curve to turn left, and you up there. So when you get up in that curve, you got to start thinking, well, wait a minute, am I in control or the highway in control? You discover it is the highway that's guiding and driving you. You just happen to be on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start being the super highway, and we're going to set aside some time and use some strategy to start driving traffic to the site. That is why when prior to me doing a broadcast or doing a broadcast or after having done a broadcast, you see my ad continuously pop up over and over in these different groups. You see me popping up on in Google Plus, on Twitter, all day long on Facebook, LinkedIn and stuff. What I'm doing is I am guiding the traffic. The people on Facebook are already on the highway. The people on Twitter are already on the highway. The people on LinkedIn are already on the highway. And all I'm doing is throwing up signs, billboards.
Hey, Brother Tarhaka, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back after these messages.
All right, let it rip, brother.
High frequency radio. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up.
Having issues with credit? When they say no, we say yes. Have a new start at credit in less than 24 hours. Hablamos Español. Some of our clients we've assisted are victims of identity theft. Others are creating credit to acquire a vehicle. Still, some need to just move into a new place, while others need a cell phone. We help these cases and many more. Start a new credit profile today at Score 13 LLC. And remember, for our Latin-speaking community, Hablamos Español.
Validated by the Social Security Administration, SafeSgain, Lexis, Nexus, and SkipTrace. We aim to educate our customers and establish a new life of worthy credit.
Contact us at score13llc@gmail.com. We also have available private consultations. Email our offices directly at score13llc@gmail.com. That's SCORE 13llc@gmail.com.
On words of a wombstress, Her Grace Kiaset will be sharing knowledge and wisdom from the indigenous beings and cultures of this planet for one to gain a true sense of self in this illusion, matrix, or third dimension. Upon entering this gateway, words of antiquity are shared to awaken and propel the deification process for you to make the very best of this lifetime. Happiness is not what life is about. Yet when living purposefully, happiness, love, joy, and many other higher vibrations become one's genuine experience. When you know thyself, others have no choice but to recognize you as well. I'm here to remind you that you are a soul having a human experience. You create the reality around you. Become one with yourself in freedom. I am grateful in this moment, for this moment, kissing you with an abundance of wisdom, balance, and knowledge. Namaste, Hotep, Ashe.
All right, Mose, we're back. Now, let's get to the part about the platforms one more time. You're into the platforms, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into the inner workings of the platforms. Okay. Now, I'm since Facebook is the biggest, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you how we do this thing. Okay. Now, when you go to Facebook, you will notice that up top you got your name. It says home. You got these three little things and all this stuff. But over there on the right, you have your group settings. We'll get past that, and we want to go over here to your use Facebook as. Okay, and click on the thing, the one all the way over to the right that says use Facebook as. You want to click on that, and when it drops down, you want to right click on the settings. Right click on the settings, and a new page will open. And when that new page opens, you want to click on the words that say notifications. When you click on notifications, you want to go down and to where it says group activity, and then you want to scroll over and click edit group activity. Now, when you click on that, a set of groups will open up for you. But you only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of mine popped up. But under that it says show more groups. Now in my case it says 659 groups. So I will click on that, all 659 of them, and I will go down and make sure it says all posts. That's what we want, all posts. We want to slowly scroll down all the groups that we done and been involved in. Anything that don't say all posts, we're going to click on the little arrow and we're going to drop down and come down and we're going to click on all posts. Because what we are doing now is we're finna put our traffic on automatic pilot. We're finna have a system set up where not only do you have what you are doing over to the right, but a steady stream and a steady flow of every group that you're involved in is constantly rolling up on the right side of your screen. So you're able to go over, like right now, I see somebody has commented into the group called Truth. So I right-click on that, open it up. When it loads and opens, I can go over to Truth, and I can go up in the top. I can click on add photo and video, drop my words in there, add a photo, or I can click on write post and just paste, and an automatic photo will come up. And I can click OK. Boom. I'm in. I'm out. I got an ad on the page. I got all my links. Everything functional. I got it right then. I've dropped that on, and everybody come up in there. Can't come up in there unless they go past what I had to say. It is at this point with this piece of information that I think personally, I need a girl on the right and a girl on the left right here where I'm sitting, one fanning me and the other dapping my forehead with a handkerchief, because this here is awesome. That's the use of that platform right there. That's awesome. Well, where you're able to drop your ad, get in, you get out. We're driving the traffic to the site. We're using every available resource that we possibly have at our disposal, and that's a major bomb. So common sense tells me that the only thing that I need to do is join as many groups as I possibly can. Now, we're not just joining groups to drop information, because there are other information in there that we need to check out, and this is networking so we can interact with these people as well. And if you are dropping information on one of the groups that you are part of, you can look to the right and you can see if there's anybody else that has joined that group. And if you see two people that's joined that group, you can right-click on them. If it's 2 or 3 or 1, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, and then after you right-click on them and open up a new page, then you can go ahead and click the arrow so they can join that group, and you can go over and deal with them and add them to your network, or either post right there on their wall and make it possible where they can post on your wall if they got something significant to say, because after all, it ain't none of your wall. It belongs to Facebook. Coming in and dropping BS and all kind of garbage, you can simply delete that post and you can delete that individual. So we don't have to argue with your brother about you saying something about like you trying to get in here and spread this kind of falsehood and all that. Hey, man, we don't need all that. We ain't got time for all that. It don't belong to you. Get out the way, soldier. Let me move in, and get out. I'm sorry to be shouting at you. Y'all forgive me. I hope this don't be too loud. I mean, I'm just trying to explain to you how to use the platform. Okay. In my opinion, based on the skills that I have and based on what I know about marketing, I don't think that you should ever put anything on Facebook that is not important, is not going to benefit anybody, and it borders on the borderline of BS. I don't think you should put that down. Humor and what's funny, provided it's not belligerent and don't hurt anybody, it's fine. But when you go to putting in garbage, and I mean, I personally think when it comes to sex and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, man, I love my sisters. I don't want to see number sisters. I don't know nothing that ain't none of her coming to me talking about nothing. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want none of that. Anyway, I think you keep, because we're dealing with what is going to benefit us, and our credibility is on the line. Okay? Now, during this broadcast, if you have missed something, you can always go back and revisit this and re-listen to this. But back over here to Facebook, there are a ton of things that you can use. I do not recommend that you click on the boost and spend any money for anything until you are thoroughly ready. You got your website ready. You got your credibility is ready. Your product is ready. And all cylinders are ready to go. You should invest in that until you got everything ready. You in the marketing game and mastering the use of high-power use of the internet, is a very, very powerful game, and the pros they're dealing with it. This is the NFL. This is the Super Bowl right here that we're talking about. This is the Super Bowl because we're dealing with numbers, just like Sister Sophia Stewart said last night about the numbers. Now, and I really love the sister about that when she said that, and I understood that because I've been a master marketer for a long time, and but I have been dealing with English and words and spelling and education and all this here a lot. But I couldn't say nothing about that. She's absolutely correct. The whole system operates on numbers. How many people are listening to what you got to say? How many people are visiting your website? How many actually investing in and purchasing what you got to sell? How many? That's the bottom line. So you got to make sure that you have all the bases covered, all the edges corrected and filed down and whatever, so it'll be nice and pristine and preened, and everything is working just right. Now, keep in mind that when it comes to placing your ad and what you got to say, that all of your links are functional, and everything that they're going to see when they get to your destination where your link send them is ready. We don't want to put up nothing that's half cocked. We don't want to put no link out. Well, this is my website, and here you go over to www.tamyjet.hair, and then when we get over there, we don't see nothing that we're interested in. Now it's something missing, something ain't right, and it just ain't working for me. So therefore, I kick this tie, and I'm going on to the next site. We got to eliminate that kind of business. We got to realize that this is a very important game. This is serious business that we're dealing with, and we have to keep it serious. We have to keep it real. Every aspect of what we're dealing with have to be dealt with. Every aspect. We have to take our time. If you have a Twitter account, Twitter has access to the world. Now, when you come in, you coming in with a brand new Cadillac. You're going to experience when they click on your link. You might have said something that they consider is worth examining. Well, when they click on your site, what are they going to see when they get there? What? All right, I'm going to take my site. You go to newdadelimination.com. We're going to say that you're Arab, you're Asian, you're Caucasian, you're Jewish, you're Baptist, Protestant, whatever. The first thing you see when you get there is a black woman. And then the only thing you got to say out your mouth is, oh, yeah. You go to real McCoy. All right, moving along. Now we can we can look at something else. We going on to the next step. And then we're going on down in it. All of this stuff is strategically done based on your experience. We're back all the way back to the original information that I've given you in the past. The first thing that you got to know and the most valuable information that you got to have is knowledge of self. Man, know thyself. And once you do that, then you have a box of stuff that you can draw from and use. You can do that. You can test all kind of stuff. And I've run these tests, but I guarantee you're going to come back to the same stuff that you've already used. Now, we have affiliate marketing. All of that's fantastic. But what we are talking about now is we're talking about getting the nuts and bolts and wiggle pins of the foundation of what we're going to use to start building upon. And we discovered that methods and techniques change, but principles never change. What we have to realize is we're dealing with two types of websites only. We're dealing with a different type of credibility only. We've found out why people purchase stuff only. We're dealing with these things over and over and over and over. And these are the ingredients that we are putting into what we are doing. And this is what we are using on a regular basis, on a daily basis, over and over when we're doing what we're doing. We want to always have a monthly planner available so that we can monitor our activities. Now, when you have that monthly planner, you can write in, I'm to be here on High Frequency Radio every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I got that wrote in. All right? What I'm going to discuss is wrote in. So that's a reminder to me that I need to go back and get all the research that I need to do with what I got to deal with. But in my case, 99% of what I'm bringing to the table is something that I already know. If I already know it, I already got access to it, I already got it right here. So it's an easy delivery for me. Okay, there's no speculation. We ain't dealing with no speculation. We just shoot straight from the hip when it comes to that. But I want you to develop the habit of doing that, because what we are talking about is we are talking about being in business. We are talking about handling our people and benefiting our people. And we have a superhighway as something that's available to us called the Internet. So therefore, how can we get the best out of the Internet? And it's so vital because I see people come on the Internet every day to just talk about a bunch of garbage all day long. That's got to stop among our people. Of course, not y'all, because y'all in the pros, we in the NFL, we in the stadium, it's almost Super Bowl time, so we straight. Now, but we got people that does that on a regular basis. They have no worthwhile goals. They have no plan. They have no well-defined goals. They are not trying to accomplish anything. And at the same time, we got people who have a super fantastic product, hands down, bar none, but they don't know how to move it. Then we got people with natural born talent that got everything they need, hands down, bar none, but they don't know how to project it. And this is why we are having this discussion today. Now, let's talk about writing an article or writing an ad. If you're going to write an article, keep in mind that whatever article that you write, whether it's long, you got long articles, you got short articles, you got mid articles. I call them mid articles. They're not really that long and they're not really that short. But what I recommend and what's very, very effective for me is the first paragraph. First of all, we got to have a attention-gathering headline. The second thing is we got to have some space, and then we got to have the first paragraph that holds the audience attention. You're going to lose them or you're going to keep them right there. And immediately after that first paragraph or so, we're going to make sure that they have access to our link, our website. Even if we just tell them that to learn more about this, go to such and such. Now we can go down into the meat and potatoes or whatever else we got to say, and we want to make sure that we continue to hold their attention down there, because we're going to conclude the article, once again, of directing that traffic where we need it to go. That's it. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it everywhere we need to put it. Now, what I'm describing for you, there are a lot of you have already witnessed it and saw me done it. I'm just breaking down to you why, the who's, where's, when, what's, and why you experience what you experience. And what I'm would like to see you do is to use some of, all of, or some of the same stuff that I'm telling you to do, because it was very, very effective. I got it from the pros. And if you go back and do research, you will find the same basic mechanics and modus operandi from the professionals that are making millions, because that's where I got it from. That's how I use it. And it has served me well, and I have benefited from it a great deal in using those mechanics. You can write these articles, and you can put these articles anywhere you want to put them. But especially in the places where you know people are interested type of information. Like when I come on high frequency radio a couple of weeks ago, we did the thing with understanding the zodiac. Okay, when I did that, put it in all the places I need to put it in. Then I went to all of the Facebook groups that deal with astrology and the zodiac. I dropped it in there, followed by a photograph. Now we're going to get to that too. And people listen to it, and they examine the broadcast. Now, what you will discover in this particular game is that you cannot account all of the people that have listened to what you have presented if you have a radio broadcast or if you put out an article. You cannot keep up with that. You cannot get the total number of everybody that listens to your broadcast. That's impossible. It cannot be done. So when you go to Blog Talk Radio and you look at your stats and it says that, well, you had 38 listens and you had 28 live callers and you have 800 archive listens, that does not have anything to do with the real numbers and the real after effect. Because what you're dealing with is something that goes completely off the Richter scale. You have to make sure that what you are putting out there is quality enough to go off the Richter scale. People call me on a daily basis and they say, "Well, such a person had told me about you, and it gave me your number and told you to call me." I said, "Well, have you ever listened to my website?" "Well, no, I don't have a computer. They told me about your stuff, but I'm finna get a computer in the next week." So that means that that tells me right there that Blog Talk Radio did not account for this individual. They ain't heard nothing but what their neighbor had to say. So that means that my credibility left Jacksonville, Florida, and reached Kansas City, walked out the front door, and went next door to their neighbor. This is what we're dealing with. And this is why I'm telling you, it's all a numbers game. And the internet cannot justify the numbers. They can put you in the ballpark based on what they count. But you want to go beyond what they're counting, and in order to do that, you want to have the tools of production. You want to know the ins and outs and nuts and bolts and wiggle pins of what you're doing. Okay. Now let's get back down. We're going back over here. Let's go back, and we're gonna go back to the other one. But let's go back to let's go over here to Twitter. Okay, we're going to say that we're dealing with Twitter. what I do, and this is what I do, based on all of the information that I put out there. I've written articles. I've done a ton of shows. I can just type into blogtalkradio.com/Tarhaka. All right. There go all the previous shows that I've done. I can go down, I can pick something out way back when. And I will go in and I will copy, because I write these ads the same identical way. I write the topic, and I write listen in, which contains the link, and I don't need nothing else other than that, other than anything else that I want to say. And I will copy that, and I will paste it as something to say in Twitter. That's it. Because Twitter would do the rest. And I will go back and I'll get another and I'll put it in. I'll go get another and put it in. Everything is different. Put it in. I might even go and get the headlines to an article I wrote and put my web link there. You understand? I'll get in. You can spend 6, 7, 8 hours doing that if you want. You got double, triple, quadruple exposure. You are actually driving the traffic to the site. You ain't got to worry about if somebody going to do this, that, and other. Get in, hit it, get out, on to the next one. You got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. It's gonna be, everything going to be all right. You just get in and get out of the way. Google Plus, you can do the same thing. Now, your email, right there in your email, when someone sends you an email and you got your accounts connected. Remember we talked about earlier about the great connection. You're connected to all these accounts. You got Google Plus, you got the Google Blog, you got the Google this, Google that, LinkedIn, and MySpace, everything connected. All right, say somebody send you email. In my case, they requested my free information. Okay. But now when I click on the link, click on the email, in the right-hand corner, I see that person's name, and there's a little box that says add this. So I put my mouse over there, here come a drop-down menu. So I go ahead and check all the boxes there, whatever, and now I've just added a brand-new person to my Google account. That's a brand-new person that's being exposed to what I got to offer. So I can go on and send them that information. I get an average of 5 or 6 requests for my free information per day. So I'm adding 5 or 6 new people to my Google blog per day. So when I put up a new show that's coming, I got exposure from 6 more people a day.
That's pretty good right there, Brother Tarhaka.
Yeah,
hey, we're getting ready to take a quick short break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, go ahead, brother. Let it rip.
High frequency radio. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up.
This is Dr. Naila Bakari Gilliam, inviting you to tune in every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, to Reawakening Minds here on the High Frequency Radio Network. Join me and my guests for lively discussion and insight regarding all things spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic. This show is for everyone: believers, non-believers, seekers, and those who simply know there's more to spirituality than you've learned from mainstream religion or institutions of higher learning. We're reawakening minds, one mind at a time. Are you awake yet?
To the gods and goddesses, kings and queens of the universe, this is your hostess, Sister L. Do you need more balance, prosperity, health, love, or finances, or just need to take a break from that nagging court case? If you answer yes, then tune in to Prosperity Wednesdays every midweek, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. on High Frequency Radio, the best station on the planet. We come to elevate your subconscious, conscious, and superconscious to a wealth of information. We bring you the hottest guests with an abundance of knowledge. We vibe on solutions, not problems. I hope to hear you on the line.
And we are back. Brother Tarhaka, we have a question from a caller, Sister Tori. She has a question about some of the processes that you use over the internet. Sister Tori, you are live.
Greetings, Brother Tarhaka. I do have a question. If you could speak at some point, I know you're not there yet, about lead generation and using the Google apps to create such. And the second part is, can you talk to about some of the how to do a custom-based supplier line that does like net 30, 60, 90, using the commercial revolving account information?
Okay, well, Susan, what I'm dealing with here is the basic foundation for getting everything ready to accommodate what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I said, can you talk about that at some point? I know you're not there yet, but before the end of the show, if you don't mind, just tap that just a little bit for me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's deal with it. The way I deal with it is from a whole different perspective. I have to deal with what I can control, because everything that I'm doing here, I'm pretty much doing single-handedly. And what I use is I use a referral network, and I turn everything into a massive number situation, because everything, all the foundation that I need to get across to in order to increase the numbers has already been built and is already there, and it is something that I personally can stand behind. I can only deal with what I have to offer. There are people that have different structures and different businesses and different types of ways that they deal with things. They have things set up where they don't have to interact with anybody. Everything is on automatically. Somebody can just purchase something. They don't have to know anybody. They don't have to talk to anybody and all that stuff. That's not the type of structure that I deal with. However, all of that information is available to you, and you can use that. It's just that I deal with a different type of structure because I'm actually interacting with not only the power to deliver, but the actual people that are spending their money for whatever it is that I have to offer. You understand what I'm saying?
I totally get what you're saying. Thank you, Brother Tarhaka. It's clear.
Okay, sis. All right. So now you have things that will generate revenue for you that you don't have to interact with anyone. And this is fantastic for people that want to do that. If that's what you got going and you want to do that and that's how you want to make your money, you can do that. You are involved in a system that is working for you, and you have followed all of the steps that is necessary for that to make it work for you. But in my opinion, I still think that you need to make sure that all the bases are covered. And the reason I say that is because when you get on the internet and you purchase a domain name and you have a website and you're out there and you're doing this, that, and the other, people who are spending money with you, they can type your name in, or they can type your business in, and there are sites that will give them information concerning what you have to offer as a business entity on the internet. Now, in my opinion, that is dangerous for people who ain't ready. Or for people who just have something out there that's just making money, and they're a part of it, they're making some money, but all of a sudden the credibility of the apparatus that they are connected to falls down the tube. Then we have entities that come out and make money, gather in a whole lot of people that take advantage of the opportunities. After they have made all the money, they drop off the radar screen. You waiting on some more money, but the apparatus done gone down the tube. You see? So, in case in point, I mean, I've and the reason I noticed it is because I done already been there. They'll come out, they smoking. The best opportunity to ever hit the internet. Everybody run and jump on board. These people got it on automatic pilot. They got goals set to make $30 million. Once they make them $30 million, they don't want to talk to the business consultant no more. They on a cruise. They don't want to talk to the tech support. They don't want to talk to nobody. But just go ahead and close that down. They got investments and other things. I don't do that no more. But then we got all of these thousands of people who believe in them holding the bag, promoting this thing. And then, you go on the internet and you type it in, and then the internet stats come up. The internet security guards come up and say, this here came in and this right here, and we got bad reports in here, and they dropped that over here, and then it says, la, 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 la. So that now we officially have you out promoting something, and now officially you got credibility damage. So after having run into that, personally, what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to control the beast from start to finish. I'm going to get over automatic pilot if I don't believe in it, if it can be checked out, if it hasn't been established for years and years and years and they ain't still going, I ain't getting involved in it. So I have one little business thing on my website. It's called the MCA Motor Club of America thing. I use it. I got it in my pocket. It's been official. They've been round since 1926 and stuff, and they stand up and they're still holding it, still rolling. So that's what I took right there. So now that's there. Who knows? Terrorists may blow up the MCA business later on down the road. But so far it ain't got blown up and ain't nobody ran. Now I've been involved in the other little thing where the guys down in Bermuda was doing this, that, and rocking and rolling, everybody jumping on. I was there down there, and then finally I smelled them a long time ago, so I jumped out of that, dropped that baby. Then I got involved with another one. I dropped that. And another one, I dropped that. I said, okay, I see right now, I see what's going on. People are involved in this business here. They don't care nothing about nobody. They just there to make money. I said, this got to change. I said, it's going to have to start with me. So I'll change it. What I'll do is I'll create something to benefit my people. I'll stand behind what I believe in, and I'll stand behind everything that I have to offer. So that's what I do. That's where I'm at. Because, see, what we own, we actually on the back of a major beast. But we got to ride it with care. We had to be vigilant. And we can, as long as he's running through the trees and we ain't getting knocked off his back, when he starts heading for that cliff and talking about I'm going to jump over the cliff, it's time to get off. So that's all I got to say about that, sister. I hope I made some sense to you.
Of course you did, always. And thank you for being so clear.
All right, sister. I thank you for calling in. Okay, brother, do we have any more calls?
Nah, you still good to go, man.
All right. Okay. Let's go on back down in here because we were talking about our Twitter, and we only want to get a little brief, quick, and to the point ads. Now, a lot of times what I have to do with Twitter is what I want to say, I have to chop it up and make sure it's going to make a little sense, just enough to make somebody click on it. And when they click on it, they can always go over to a place where I got the big picture for them to look at. So I have a ton of links that I deal with. I have newdebtelimination.com. I have newdebtelimination.net. I have Tarhaka/L/B/blogspot.com. I have plus.google.com/Tarhaka Bay 19. I have Ancient Blacks in Asia, which contains all previous presented articles in the past. So I have a ton of information that people can glean from me. My job is to make sure that the people have exposure to that where they can examine that at their leisure. But when somebody is examining you, when a loved one dies and they are taken and you have paid the funeral home to prepare your loved one for the funeral and burial, you coming in to see what they done. If they got stuff jacked up, you're not happy. You want to tell them, hey, he don't even look like himself. We need to straighten all that out. So what you have to do in this particular circumstances is you have to make sure that everything, somebody click on your stuff and they go over there, they got something to see, something to hear, and something to tell somebody about. It doesn't matter what you're selling. You may not have a whole lot. I'm not telling you to go out and do everything that I did in order to be successful. You don't need all of that in order to be successful. I'm doing what I do because I love what I'm doing, and I'm happy about what I'm doing, and I'm trying to reach as many people with what I'm doing as much as I can because I'm 61 years old. I'm going to leave you one day. I want you to understand that. I'm being the first one to tell it to you. I want you to make sure that what I'm telling you, I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm trying to help you. I want you to check it out and use it. Because after I lay down, I want you to keep living until it's time for you to lay down. I want you to do the same thing for your children and your people. Because we are all that we got. We ain't got nothing else. We all that we got. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and put it out. And I have a steady stream of people coming in from Twitter because I'm steady posting information. And there are a lot of people that come in for have something that they want me to check out. So I'll go over there and I'll check it out. And if I see where I can interact with this individual and then we can do some things together and communicate with one another, then I will. I have found a ton of information that I can use through networking on the internet. I'm very, very critical. I mean, you gotta have it. You gotta really have some stuff going on before I'm gonna get involved with it. And I have fell for a whole lot of bad bananas. That's how I know. I'm not telling you something that I went to college and I know how not to do that. No. I've been to the school of hard knocks and bumps. I'm telling you which way to go. Look out for that pothole over there. That'll take your towel. Don't go over that one. Anyway, so in every one of these platforms, you want to maximize everything that the platform has to offer. Whatever it is. You may have a goal that, look, I just need $50,000 and I want to do that this year. Okay. there's businesses and opportunities on the internet that possibly can project that kind of stuff. But what I recommend for you, because you are on the superhighway, and the superhighway ain't going away tomorrow. It's going to be here for a minute. I recommend that you master the superhighway itself, so whatever comes along, you can take a ride on it. Whatever it is. Your children is going to come along, and your children are going to produce grandchildren. They're going to come along. And so if you got it down to a science, you pass it on down. And don't be so quick to sit beside your grandchild and try to teach him something when he can get on the computer and start making some moves that you ain't never seen. Pay attention, because we're all on the superhighway. We're dealing with technology. Technology is changing, and we're moving at breakneck speed into the future. All right, let's go over to Facebook one more time. And the reason I'm going over there again is because that way everybody be it. Everybody be on Facebook. Everybody be on Facebook. When you place photos on Facebook, we'll start with the photo first. When you place a photo on Facebook, that photo has to say something to the people that they can identify with. It's got to speak. You've heard over and over that a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's absolutely correct. If you're putting multiple pictures somewhere, your story has to be consistent. The photograph has to be consistent with the story that you're telling. And the people will look at it, and at the glimpse, it will tell them if it's something that I need to listen to or something that I don't have to listen to. But you can make it a dilemma based on the fact of regardless of what photo you are looking at, don't forget that it is Tarhaka that's saying it to you. It is Yusuf L that's saying it to you, or it's coming from high frequency radio that's saying it to you. Your credibility, tools that are available to you. And when you become proficient in the use of these tools, that puts you a step further in the game that you're trying to be a part of. And when you use them effectively, it all produces more numbers. It gives you more numbers. You have to keep in mind one thing. In this game, and just like I keep trying to tell people over and over and over, people are interested in you only to the extent of what you can do to help them, totally overlooking the fact that you are interested in them to the extent of what they can do to help you. When people contact you, or people send you some advertisement, they are interested in you to the extent of what you can do to help them. The only question that should be in your mind, if they have something that you're interested in, is what are you prepared to do for me? Selling me something and not giving me anything, along with not being prepared to help me and make what you are providing for me worth more than the money that it took to pay for, is no good to me. So, having said that, let me take a look at what I offer. I have new free help group, that was the old site, same thing, newdebtelimination.com. We have a ton of information that you can glean from. We have testimonies. And we also have or it's a disclaimer clearly explaining to you before you make any donation to call me, so you get a chance to talk to somebody up front. That's down there. I make that on the radio announcement. Also, there's a complete listing of the packages that I have to offer, and you can do your donation there, and you can contact me. We communicate and whatever. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what you paid for. You went online, you did a donation of, we'll say, $350. So let's take a look at what you gave me, 350 pieces of fiat. And you didn't give me any money. You gave me fiat. Now, what I got to do is I got to take that fiat, I got to fulfill my obligation, and I got to, after I fulfill my obligation to get you working on what you got to go, and I got to try to figure out a way to take that fiat and transform that fiat into money, because that's what you thought you gave me, and so then we got to deal with that. Also, after you have done what you've done, I'm under obligation, personal obligation, to help you with what I gave you, because that is my word. My word is my bond. That's all we got. Our bond, each other and our bond. That's what we got. So I'm going to work with you, and if you got any questions, you're able to contact me. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to make sure you get it right and clearly understand. We got a basic formula for that. There's only two people on the planet. There are men. I'm going to say this one more time. There are men and there are women. There's a whole lot of people that's dealing with this thing from a whole different perspective. But the bottom line is there are men and there are women. So I deal with it from a perspective of men and women. Well, we're in a country that operates on a continuous series of contracts under what's called contract law. The problem is we've been reacting to everybody on the planet's contract. The phone company, they send you this, sign here. They send you a statement. You got to pay that. The electric company, sign here to get the lights cut on. And then we're going to send you a statement that pay us here. The driving license, sign here. Here go a piece of plastic that's supposed to be you. And the police stop you, and you have to give them that right there. They're going to write a ticket and stuff. That's the law. You lie. And then we're going on to down in the courtroom. Where you break the law, you got to go to court. According to who? What law? How in the hell can you have a law? It don't exist. You ain't got no law. So my job is to make sure you clearly understand all of that there when you're dealing with the items and stuff that you get from me. The mortgage company say you owe a mortgage. According to who? Well, the bank gave him a loan. What loan? Show me the man that I need to pay. Well, it's Bank of America. What man do I need to pay? Now, I don't want to shout at you. I want you to look. Pay attention. Student loan people, okay. Let me go in the courtroom. Show me the man that gave me the loan so I can pay him. Fannie Mae, bring her in here so I can pay her. Let me look at our identification that will clearly show her name is Fannie Mae. She got the documents clearly showing that she gave me something, and I'll go ahead and pay her. Freddie Mac, where you at? Come on, Mr. Mac, let me pay you. Come on. And that's the way I do it. Now, if I'm wrong, I've been waiting for 61 years for somebody to tell me I'm wrong. I think all of us, our grandfathers, great-great-grandparents, all before us, been waiting 400 years for it to be different. I'm sorry. And I know y'all be hearing me say this about who done it and where he at. I'm just imitating what the Creator did. We supposed to abide by what our Creator said do. He came walking through the garden in the cool of the day. He said, Adam, where you at?
Adam, where you at? Adam said, I hid myself because I was naked. First thing out of his mouth was, who told you you was naked? Who done it? He didn't say nothing about, well, we're going to do an investigation. Let's, wait a minute, let me sit down and tell me some things I meant to explain to you. I meant to tell you this right. He didn't do none of that. The first thing out of his mouth was, who done that to you? Who? Somebody shooting your children down the street. Who? You had to tell him where he was. But he already know where he was. He going straight to the next phase. Where they at? He automatically going there. Who done it and where they at? So it's all based in, the same stuff. I'm not just making up nothing and telling it to them. I'm being straight, man to man. I mean, if the sheriff says, you gotta have a driver's license, and you disagree, you believe that you have a right to travel, you don't have to argue with the man. Just make contact with the man by mail and say, well, look, this is, here go your position. This is what my position is. I need you to correct me because I could be wrong. I need your help. Sheriff, help me out. Look at these 15 points for people that look like you, higher up in the world, in the United States Supreme Court, that look like you, say that I have a right to travel. Could you tell me which one of these people is a lie? Help me out. I'll wait. I'll give you 30 days to tell me which one of them is a lie, so I can go ahead and contact them and let them know that you said that they a lie, and they can help me and you and them to get it all straightened out. Let's go back to the marketing thing, because I ain't finna bog all down up in there. I'm just trying to give you how you stand behind whatever it is that you have to offer. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If you sell earrings, do you have quality earrings? If you've written a book and you have a book that you have created, is your book shot through and through with quality? Is the reader going to be entertained? Are they going to benefit your marketing? Are you prepared to stand behind whatever it is that you have to offer? Because all of this is a part of dealing with the master marketing and the high-powered use of the internet. When you get on the superhighway, and this thing is getting bigger, and technology is getting, y'all got to keep up. And the reason I say y'all is because I'm getting older. They coming out with some stuff right now I can't even comprehend. I don't even know if I want to market it. So I got to depend on my grandchildren to explain this to me. And they might say, well, Granddaddy, you ain't ready for this. But I know how to do it. And I'm going to say, well, boy, how much money you need? Him. Go to get up there. I can't even spell that word right there. What that say? That tetrahydroxylidrylamine. What the hell is that? Well, that deals with this, that, the other. Okay, well, go get half a dozen of them. How many of them we need? That's where we headed. So y'all need to know about the superhighway, and keep in mind that this is part of what we need to deal with, because if we got this down to a science, we can go out to the a flea market and set up our flea market booth and put our products there and hand out our business card to people that come by, and but we got to keep a sharp eye if we out in the field doing that for people who own their own businesses, because these are the people that we want to give our card to that is impressed with what we have to offer. Because what these people will do is they will go back and do an investigation on everything that you have to offer, and don't be surprised if you got them not only buying what they purchased from you at the flea market, they will go on to get whatever else that you're offering on your website as well, when you got everything set. So you got a two-edged sword. You using it on the internet, and you're transforming what you got going over into the rest of what you're doing with your life. You got a restaurant, but you got a website that sells products that are used in a restaurant, and you got connections in China that's shipping it directly to America, directly from the manufacturer. We don't need a wholesale market, because we buying if they are retailing these forks and spoons and plate sets in America for $29.99, but you're buying 500 from China, they're selling to you for $3.99, provided you buy 500. Go ahead and get your 500. When it hit America, raise the price up to $29.99. It don't take a rocket science to figure out how that's going. So it's a magnificent game. It can generate a ton amount of money, and you got something going. You got some cash flow coming in. That's working. So now we can go on, take a look at the stock market, take a look at where the oil is going in America, take a look at commodities market, take a look at the other markets and stuff, the real estate market, because we got something that we can invest in, and we can get this flow going. And don't forget to keep in mind that you got to continuously transform the fiat into gold. Now, we got a thing going with the carrot bar. Okay, that's fantastic, super fantastic. I'm an old timer, and I know that one of the best investments that you can possibly make is in rare gold coins. Now, I say rare gold coins because they have a twofold value potential. Number one, they're gold, so they automatically appreciate. Number one, that's across the line, and the bottom line, all gold. But we have people on the earth who are collectors that are willing to pay you more than the appreciated value, because they are collectors of that particular gold piece that you have. You have a rare piece of gold, and it already has a market value of $895 for that particular coin, but I'll give you $1,100 for it, because I am a collector. Now, let's take a look at the carrot bar. The carrot bar is they have a whole nother situation going on with that. They got the card, the memorabilia thing. They got the this, that, and the other. But as far as I'm concerned, it just doesn't have that ting to it. I don't see the rare coin investor involved. That old time religion. It kind of reminds me of a horse that poops fast. And I know that a horse that poops fast don't poop long. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to go out of business, but it's just that, I'm looking at it that way because I love that old-time religion, what's real. And, I know that rare gold coins, if you do an investigation on that,
in my opinion, doing the research that I've done, I think I have to go that route. You might can come to me 10 years from now and say, well, look, Brother Tarhaka, I got a carrot bar. And I can say, well, I ain't got nothing but this old corn hen that was minted with a near perfect strike that was minted in 1899. That's all I got. Well, I give you 10 of these. I give you 25 of these carrot bars for that. No, you won't. Good try. No, you won't. Okay, let's move along. I hope y'all getting something out of what I'm telling you, and what I recommend, as always, is do the research. Do the research because knowledge is power. There's no doubt about it. Knowledge is power, but knowledge that is power acted upon is real power. So we want to take a look at that. Now we're down to 19 minutes and 16 seconds, and I think that I have given you a tremendous amount of information right now. It would take an entirely a whole nother broadcast to go into open up the rest of this stuff. But if anybody got a question, you can go ahead and raise your hand. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Okay. So, brother, what we got out there? We got any more out there with some questions they might want to ask? And I'll be more than happy to answer the question.
Yeah, not as of yet, but if we, as we continue for the last 20 minutes, if they want to raise their hand by pressing 1, we definitely can, get those people in. So.
Okay, because y'all got me. I see the switchboard lit all. There go one. Y'all making me feel like E.F. Hutton. I see we got a 904. And I ain't going to break the rules. We don't make no airtime, so I'm running my mouth right now until that line open up. And then we can get in there and find out what's on their mind and deal with them. And this is a 904 area code, so we down here in Florida. I can recognize my area code, and I'm getting used to California. With everybody else, I had to get out the books and go to looking on that. I ain't got them particular numbers right yet. Now, apart from dealing on the internet and dealing with your flea market and having your products and stuff out there, credibility is a thing that follows you every day, wherever you go. If you get up in the morning, you say, well, look, I'm just going to run down to the end of the block and go into the grocery store, and I ain't finna put on no clothes. I ain't got to fix my hair. I'm just going to run that down and run right back. No, you can't afford to do that. Area code 904, what you got? I see the call.
No, brother, he had a question about some law stuff, but I know today's topic, we're talking about marketing.
Okay, all right. Okay, but anyway, when you if you're going to, let's say you're going to run out the house, you're going to run down to the corner store. You got to keep in mind, brothers, before you jump out the bed and throw them slacks and throwing them flies, and we're going to scrubble on down there. We ain't worried about nothing, We ain't took no shower. We just credibility precedes you. Why not jump in the shower, honey? I know I'm going to run out of the street and I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to shave and stuff, and I'm going to put on nice shirts, put on nice pair of slacks and a pair of nice shoes, and I'm going to walk that block and I'm going to get what I got to get, and then I'm going to come back. And if she said, well, you ain't got to do all that dressing up, just go down to the store. You go down there and be the woman? They said, no, honey, I care about myself, and my personal self-image is high, and my credibility is at stake. If you and I are going to be in business, don't you think that we need to start projecting a personal high self-image, regardless if I'm going out the house to pick up the paper and come back in, or if I'm going out there. Now, if you will look at TV, those of you who look at TV, you see scenes where people run out the house and run back in. You will see that they are half cocked, as if that's okay. Well, that may be okay for the people that's portraying that, but that doesn't have anything to do with you. And the reason I'm telling you that is because this is not what I seen back when I was growing up, and this is not what I was told when I was growing up. My granddaddy, you know what he used to do? He had in all of my grandmama and all her sisters and all of my uncles, all of them would tell me the same thing. Your granddaddy ain't going out that house unless you can see yourself like a mirror in his shoes. He gonna be done shaved. He gonna eat breakfast. He trim, well groomed, nice, good starched shirt and pants and stuff before I don't care if he going out to sit on the porch, let alone walk out there to pick up the newspaper. And I asked him one day, I ain't mean to make him mad. I said, Granddad, why you be doing all that for you? I said, boy, look here. You better do it. And if I catch you doing anything less than that, I'm going to whoop your butt. I said, okay. All right, take it easy. All right, bro, what we got next? Bring him on in. I see 727. Who have we got? All right, so 727 done ran. But anyway, when you step outside your environment, you are stepping out into the world. You do not get a second chance to make a first impression. When you start using yourself to make shortcuts, you are shortchanging yourself. We forget a lot of things, but there are things that we should remember, and this is one of them. And I think I'm doing quite well at it. We need multiple shirts and pants and stuff, and we need to make sure that we are well groomed, and we need to make sure that everything about us spell one word: quality. Credibility and quality. So if we are talking to somebody that we think we don't know, or we think they haven't been paying us attention, and we're talking about something, they're listening to you, and if you give them something to check out, they'll check it out. Because one thing they can say about you, they ain't never seen you looking crazy. They ain't never seen you all out of sorts or out of whack. You know, if you're going to be inspiring, and then the first person you need to inspire is you. And if you inspire you, now you're officially ready to inspire somebody else. Okay. Now, let's get back over to the email address. When you are dealing with the email, you got your Google Plus, your Google account hooked up, especially if you got a Google email. You got your Yahoo email address, and all that good business. On the Google Plus, you want to accumulate the emails. And one of the most effective ways to doing that is a lead capture page. Like I told you, mine is both splash and lead capture, so that's automatic. Everything is on automatic pilot. And when somebody sends for my free articles, I go ahead, because the little thing come up on the side up to the right side, I go ahead and add them to my Google Plus account, and I put the information in there, and I send that to them. Now, when you write an article, if you write an article, keep in mind that we are drivers of traffic. We are driving the traffic to our website. We're driving the traffic to our blog talk radio shows. We are driving. We're not riding. We are the master highway that are driving the people that are riding on us over there. So what we're going to do is we can go ahead and place our ad into the email box, and we can send a copy of our ad prior to showtime, whatever it is that we want them to read. We can send that to all of our accumulated email friends, and that keeps them abreast of the fact that we are doing something else. You got this free information for me, that's great. But this is what else I'm doing. I'm not making any demands on you. I'm only making you aware of what else we are doing in the event that you want to keep up with what we're doing. That's all. The price tag is no charge. No charge. So that is your just a regular email address is a fantastic tool if you use it wisely. If you're going to have a show coming on in the next few minutes, if you got a show that's going to be on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you got your blog talk, 11, you can go ahead on and start sending out your emails. Okay, now I can only send out 500 emails, but I got 3,000 emails, and they keep coming more and more every day. So what I have to do is I have to, sometimes I scroll all the way down to the bottom and start up from the bottom and send them people something. And then I might come back and have to start in the middle, send the middle people something. Then I might have to send some A, some B, some D, E, until everybody can get something about what we're doing in that. But it's a wonderful tool to use, and I use it very effectively. And people are aware of what I'm doing. And keep in mind, this type of behavior and what we're doing goes off the internet. It goes off the Richter scale of what the internet can tell us that you got. The internet cannot give you all of the real numbers about everybody that's interested in what you're doing and what you got to offer. And that's a good thing, because if you're doing it and you're the master this on the internet and you got all this right here stuff, and then you are off the Richter scale, and people calling you, and I have it all day long, every day, people calling me, telling me, somebody told me about you. They gave me your number. And so now you all down in the hood with people who own the internet and people who ain't even got no computer trying to get with you and get what you have to offer. And this is what you got to understand. So I've given you the basic mechanics, and I'm going to tell you one more time what the basic formula is for those of you who have just tuned in to this broadcast. Whatever it is you're writing in the article, if you have a website, you have to have the following ingredients on your website. You have to answer these questions in the minds of the people that you are trying to reach, or that you are trying to sell something to, or that you are trying to provide a benefit for. The first question that you must answer in the mind of your prospect is, what can I profit? When can I profit? Where can I profit? Why and who says I can profit? And you answer all 5 of these questions either through benefits to be gained or losses to be avoided, or either and benefits to be gained and losses to be avoided. I can't make it no clearer. That is the magic formula. That comes from the pros. And I'm presenting this here today because today you're on High Frequency Radio. You are in the pros, and it doesn't get any better than this. This comes from actually I had to spend over $1,000 to learn this. But today, the price tag is no charge, and I just want you to just pay attention and use it. Take your time, formulate it, and when you write articles, if you have these ingredients in there, you got it made. You got to worry about the people that's are looking at what you have to offer and what you are presenting. And that's all I have to say right now. And to my brother, come in. Okay, brother.
All right. It was a great episode. I said it was a great episode.
Okay. Well, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Well, we're ready to go ahead and shut it down whenever you're ready, man.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm said all I have to say, and I'm hoping that the brothers and sisters will take what they got here today and they use it, because that's why I'm here. And that's all I got to say, brother. And I appreciate you all letting me come in and drop this science for you.
High Frequency Radio. Sync up. Sync up. Sync up.